This might look really pretty, but how long would it take for people to panic buy this store out of food when almost everything is fronted off? Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess where I'm at? I am in front of Walmart. See that there? That is the Tire and Lube Center. But hey P, can't you do your own oil changes? I certainly can, and I have everything I need to do it. However, it is negative 10 degrees outside, and you know what's one thing that I like about Walmart? The one thing I like about them is that they do a good job when they change your oil, and they actually do a pretty good job with their tire service as well. But the oil in particular, ladies and gentlemen, it costs me more to buy my own oil and oil filter than what it cost me for Walmart to do it using the same oil and same oil filter. It actually cost me more to do it myself. So I always use Mobil 1 Synthetic, 5W30, that's what I use on the Suburban. And I always use a Mobil 1 oil filter, which is a very, very good oil filter. I think they're rated for like 10,000 miles, but I never let my vehicle go over 5,000 miles between oil changes. So I figured, since we're already here in Walmart and I'm gonna be probably hanging around for about an hour and a half, let's go ahead and take a stroll around Walmart and see what they have. All right, so we'll see you in there. So ladies and gentlemen, if I went ahead and did my own oil change buying the oil here at Walmart, you're looking at $31.59 for 5 quarts, but my truck takes 6 quarts. So we have to go buy an additional quart, which is probably about $7. So we can call it about $38 just for the oil. And then for the oil filter, this is the one that I like to use right here. And I believe it's this one right here, and they're all out, which is $11.47. But I just went ahead and had them substitute a K&N oil filter. So this time around, I'm using a K&N oil filter instead of a Mobil 1. But K&N is a pretty good brand as well. And look at these oil filters, ladies and gentlemen. They have a rating of 20,000 miles before you have to change them, and I never get that far. Same thing with the Mobil 1, 20,000 mile rating. I never get that far. I change my oil at least twice a year, and I doubt that by the time that I change it, it's even got 5,000 miles in between oil changes. All right, let's go take a little stroll around and see if we can get ourselves into some trouble. There is something that I know that I need, so I'll see if I can find that first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have to take care of our teeth, and I'm looking for a mouth guard because the last one that I had, I left, I think, in the pocket of a shirt or something, and it ended up in the washer and the dryer, and it shrunk. So, you know, for those of you that don't know, that you can actually do your own mouth guards, and they're a lot cheaper. And it's easy to do. This is going to be my second one in the last couple of years. So we're going to go with this one, and not too bad for $22, $23. When you compare it to the $400 that it cost at the dentist, I'm going to go with this one. The last one that I had worked really well. I'm sure that this one will be just as good. Now, I've never used this brand of vacuum sealer, ladies and gentlemen. I guess it's the Professional Series collection. But look, it's only $20. I mean, it probably would be worth trying it if you are of means where you cannot afford one of the more expensive ones. All right, let's go see what they have in their canning department. Let's see, I think this is the aisle. And for those of you that ask, this is where I get my little double-walled, vacuum-sealed food container where I prepare my freeze-dried meals. They're kind of pricey, but they work really well. And hey, look at that, they've got jars. They have some quart jars down there for a regular mouth, $11.47 for the Golden Harvest, and $13.66 for the Care, $13.77 for the Ball. And here's their pints, $11.47 for the Ball, regular mouth, and $13.77 for the Care, wide mouth. Other than that, they don't really have anything else as far as lids. And here's their other food savers. $144. I think they were on sale at Costco for $99. But here's their less expensive ones for $100. And here's all the canning stuff that they have. Let's take a look at the kitty cat aisle. I'm always hearing that there's a shortage of cat food and things like that. Now the treats looked okay, and as you can see here, the shelves are really not very full with cat food. I would say they're probably at about 50% of their capacity. You can see here that everything is fronted off, and but there's still food. And then let's see the dry kibbles. You can see that there's some, gaps in here as well. And there's really not, I would say about 50%. So there's still food out there. Just make sure that you stock up for your kitty cats and your fur babies, ladies and gentlemen. And this here is one of the things that I need. I need some of this Zippo lighter fluid because I purchased a few of these here after I saw Billy and Dee's video on the hand warmers. I'm like, wow, those are pretty cool. And it's about time that I put that Aladdin lantern to work that one of our community members sent me last year. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some kerosene for it, and hopefully we can have it lit up for our next live stream. And this is a great place to come to just check out and see what things you might be missing, because seeing a whole bunch of items like this, ladies and gentlemen, in one spot can give you ideas as to, hey, I might need this or I might need that. So I like to come around here once in a while just to look around. And look, I have a set of these spoons, a knife and fork. I love using it because they're like of the cheaper kind, and I like using spoons that are real thin. I don't know why, I just do. But yeah, take a look at everything they have. Like, for example, you see these fire sticks? I would never buy these. I've bought them in the past, but I would never buy them because you can just get one of those fire logs and cut it in little pieces. And it's probably going to cost you about $5 for a fire log that has about 20 times more fire starting potential in it than this little pack of fire starting sticks. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what, there's absolutely nothing wrong with buying something like this here. Yeah, it may not be very, very high quality, but it'll get the job done in a pinch. Well, they haven't called my name yet, so I've looked at everything I'm going to look at that side of the store. So let's go take a look at the food, see if anything stands out. And what's the first thing I come across, ladies and gentlemen? The most wonderful meat in a can that's ever existed, Spam. But $3.62. Wow, they got a lot of it though. Well, this Walmart, ladies and gentlemen, seems to be pretty well stocked. I mean, this is the butter section. Remember when you were kids that all your parents could afford was margarine? You remember these were like 25 cents a piece? Things have changed. And their butter section is not very big at all. Look, ladies and gentlemen, this is their butter section. That's it. It may look big because of the mirror, but it's not big at all. This is it. Right here. That's it. And their butter. Oh, look at this. Kerrygold. Oh, my goodness. Kerrygold, ladies and gentlemen, $2.38, right? I'm thinking $2.38. I'm going to get me a whole bunch of these. That's for 3.5 ounces, not even a quarter pound, 3.5 ounces. Although this one is some kind of a special one, garlic herb butter, but still, $4.18 for the regular 8-ounce ones. Wowee! And let's see, regular butter here is Dairy Gold brand is $4.16 a pound, and their Great Value brand is $3.58 a pound. Costco is a lot better. That's why I don't complain about their prices. And here's their frozen section. I didn't come here to get any groceries, but I'm going to walk by here anyway, so I might as well show you. I mean, they seem to be pretty well stocked. I mean, but this is really all just, I mean, I don't want to be judgmental of people that eat this kind of food on a regular basis, but it's really just frozen foods that's processed and really not that great. Now, there seem to be a few holes over there. Let's go and check and see what those are. Let's see. So, oh, these are like cream cheese and stuff like that. So, the eggs don't look too bad. No, they don't look too bad. Here's their discount section. Everything here is at a discount because I think it's day-old bread and stuff like that. I used to get a lot of this stuff, but I don't really have a craving for bread as much as I used to nowadays. And their milk looks pretty good as well. And here's their other frozen stuff. Yeah, some of these things are a little fronted off, but not terrible. But you have to ask yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, how long would it take for people to panic buy this Walmart out of all the food that there is? So when I see all of this food here and I see that, yeah, some of it is fronted off, but they're pretty well stocked, how long would it take for all of this food to be gone should there be panic buying? It'd be gone in hours. Some people say 3 days, I would say hours. And here's their ice cream aisle. As you can see, same thing here. You know, it's like they have, you know, things. It's just they don't have them as well stocked as they're used to having them. But there is still stuff available. No one is starving, especially in the ice cream department, right, ladies and gentlemen? It's more of a luxury. But you can see that they have a lot of the stuff fronted, but I would say that it's mostly, you know, pretty well stocked. And again, ask yourselves, how long would it take for people to panic buy this Walmart out of all of the food that they have? Think about it. Now, I did fail to tell you that this is around 7:30 in the morning. So everything should be pretty well stocked right now. And a little bit of a hole here in the cheese, not too bad. Get it now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time for you to be stocking up, okay? I think these are the Lunchables. Now, I wouldn't say to get all of your spices at the 98-cent because some of them is actually not that good of a deal. Like, for example, the minced onion, the dehydrated onions. Yeah, this is 98 cents, but you can get a lot more for your buck if you buy this in bulk, like if you buy one of those big containers at Costco. But to go ahead and try spices that you've never tried before, this is a great place to come out and try spices that you've never tried before. That way, if you like it, you know that you can get a lot more in bulk at a better price, and you only spent 98 cents to figure out whether you like it or not. This is a pretty good deal right here. Let's see, 2.5 ounces of ground cumin for 98 cents. That's a pretty good deal. Okay, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the meats. Everything here is looking all right, not too bad. I mean, there's a little gap here. I think this is their organic chicken tenders. And let's see if they have any turkeys. You know, remember the video that I did with the food bank turkeys? And people were like, oh, you're hoarding it. You shouldn't be hoarding it. I guarantee you there's got to be some turkeys left. I didn't even think of looking for them. But let's take a look at the rest here. Yeah, it's not extremely packed as far as meats go. And the meat here is very expensive. I mean, look at this. New York strip. A thin steak of New York strip, $17.26 a pound. Right? So forget about having the nice thick New York strips or ribeyes. Look at this. $17.26 a pound for ribeye. Thin cut, ladies and gentlemen. That way you can buy 1 pound and have 2 thin steaks for 2 people. Here's the ground beef. The world is changing. I'll tell you that right now. The ground beef is $5.35 per pound, and this one is $80.20. And they do $128 a pound still. Oh, these are toms. These are big ones. But they do still have some turkeys. I'm gonna wait for the price to go down before I get me a couple so I can freeze dry some over here too. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I knew there were gonna be turkeys left over. There always is. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. They have Oxen Farms on the shelf. Now, you all know that I love my nutrient survival, but Oxen Farms does have some good ingredients-based foods, and let's see if they have any today. For those of you that don't know what wheat berries are, that's what they are. This is what turns into flour when you grind them. Right now, they're a bit expensive at $37. No great deals today. I mean, this is not bad. $11.98 for the banana chips. I didn't want to say anything earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a worker over there, but I mean, everything looks really pretty and full, but look. Again, ask yourself, this might look really pretty, but how long would it take for people to panic buy this store out of food when almost everything just fronted off? This is not a lot of food, ladies and gentlemen. Same thing with your veggies. It looks like a lot because they've been trained to make it look like there's a lot, but there's not. That's just my opinion. Here's the meats, tunas. A little bit of a gap down there, and of course here everything's fronted as well. Bacon spam is very good, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't tried it. Very tasty. If people aren't awake now that they need to prep up and stock up, then they're not going to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. So just keep stacking it to the rafters. If you're one of the lucky few that knows what's coming our way. Stack it to the rafters. I mean, look at this. This is the mashed potato section. 3 shells or 2.5 shells. That's it. There's the stovetop section. Like I said, they do a very good job. And indeed, they really do. And you know what? I never mentioned this before, and I should, because I really don't go to Walmart that often. You know, it's very rare that I come here. Like I said, I come here for my oil changes and every once in a while a tire changeover. But this is a very clean and neat Walmart. I think that the people here do a very good job. I know this is the first thing in the morning, but look at how very nice and clean and organized everything is. I think that the people that work here do a very good job. And that's something that I've never really mentioned about Walmart because, like I said, I don't come here very often. But this is actually not a bad price for saltine crackers, $1.48. I mean, compared to the Nabisco at $3.44, I think that's a great price. And they're both 16 ounces. And I'm not sure where they come at saying that 1 pound is 353 grams. I was always taught that 1 pound is 454 grams, not 453. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look, That's not being very nitpicky. Think about it. For every 454 of those boxes that they make, when they take 1 gram off, they are making 1 extra box of crackers. How many of those boxes do they make in a year? Divide that by 454, and that's how many extra boxes they ended up with by reducing one of those packages by 1 gram. I don't know why it is, but that's just the way that I think. That's the way that my mind works. Again, everything here is pretty well fronted off. I mean, but look at this. This is the juice aisle. The juice aisle right here. This Welch's Juice 100% Concord is delicious. It makes outstanding grape jelly, ladies and gentlemen. Outstanding grape jelly. But look at that. All right, here's our sugar aisle, or sugar section. Remember when packs used to come in 5-pound packs? Now they're 4-pound packs. And 4 pounds, $2.60. And this is pure cane sugar, which is good. Doesn't look terrible. And here's some of our light brown sugar. Don't ever buy sugar, ladies and gentlemen. Don't buy brown sugar, ladies and gentlemen. Make your own. If you don't know how to make your own brown sugar, take a look at this video on the upper right hand corner. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let's put this into perspective. Look, this is their entire sugar aisle. That's it. That's it. You're looking at about, let's say about 25 feet. Right? And it's only really like the bottom three or so shelves. Okay? How long is it going to take for people to go ahead and panic buy that out of here? And I am going to pick me up some of this for sure, because this is delicious. Crystallized orange, I haven't seen that, but this is crystallized lime. This is a true lime. I will pick me up one of those. The oils don't look that great. Let's see the price though. So for 1 gallon of vegetable oil, $9.78. I guess that's not terrible. Their olive oil is probably a little pricier. And as you can see, their olive oil is also fronted off a bit. But let's see, for 1.5 liters of that Bertolli extra virgin is $18.52. And for some of the Great Value brand, $12.32. And here's their spice section. Oh, condensed milk. I love condensed milk, ladies and gentlemen. So tasty. And here's their chocolate section. Well, I guess I could say baking chocolate section right here. Their condensed milk, not a bad price to tell you the truth. How many ounces? 14 ounces. $1.97. That's really not a terrible price, and that's their brand. For the Eagle brand is $2.68. Their evaporated milk down there is $1.08. And here's their spices. Their spices are also looking just a tidbit slim, but not terrible. There's their salt down there. And here's their 98-cent spices here. Wow, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. $2.52 for that tiny little, what is it, 2.5 ounce container of Himalayan pink salt. And $2.50 for 2.5 ounces of sea salt. Buying it in bulk is definitely the way to go. They don't really have a bulk aisle here, except for maybe you can consider this part down here a bulk section. Now this aisle looks very nice. Look at this. Isn't that like a picture perfect supermarket picture right there, ladies and gentlemen? I might use this for my thumbnail. That is pretty. Good job, Walmart. Man, outstanding job, I'll tell you that. I mean, yeah, everything is fronted off. Take a look. Everything is fronted off, but that's okay. I mean, this is pretty much junk food anyways. Looks great. Goodness, they did a great job. Very nice. I'm not being sarcastic either, ladies and gentlemen. This is like, you can tell, I can tell by looking at this that these people that work here, they have some pride in what they do. You know, that's not taking away from them, only because, like, look, some of this is fronted off, but not everything is. Some of it is. I would say about 50% of the items here are fronted off. But I mean, they just did such a great job putting all of this stuff together. Good job, guys. Outstanding. A few gaps here in the end. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Fruity Pebbles, but I don't get Fruity Pebbles. But I do love Fruity Pebbles, and that's why I don't get it. All right, let's take a look at their toilet paper. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. There is toilet paper. Everyone, hurry up. Come to Walmart and get your toilet paper. I don't know. Oh, goodness. I actually just came across one of the workers here, and it was a young lady, and I said, you know what? Let me tell you that this is such a nice and neat Walmart. You guys do a great job. And she said, well, can you call our 1-800 number and let them know? And I said, you know what? Why not? But here's your Clorox wipes. I mean, not too bad. Not too bad. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to remember, as you're looking at everything, when you take a look at all of these things that look like they're very well stocked, and let's say that everything is very well stocked, how long is it going to last? If herd mentality takes place and people just start panicking and trying to get everything they can, that is why you should get what you're going to get a little bit at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. There's no sense in fighting with a crowd of people to get stuff that you're going to need for the future when you have the time to get it now, right? A little bit at a time. This right here is not a bad deal. $8 for 150 loads. I don't know how that works, if it's any good, but not bad. And here, I have to say that the detergent here, like, I don't know how good this detergent is. We use the Costco brand, but that's not a bad deal if it works. And they seem to have a decent amount, but not everything. I didn't even know that they had laundry detergent with the Ivory brand. Didn't even know that. As you can see, there's a good amount missing. And you should not eat these or these. I've never seen this brand before. Here's our bleach. Our bleach doesn't look terrible, but look at the price. What is this? 81 ounces for $3.96. Remember when you could pick up bleach for $1? The Great Value brand, $5.46 for a gallon. Oh, excuse me, not for a gallon, for 121 ounces. The Clorox brand, $6 for 117 ounces. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get my truck back so we can go home and have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I had to be here anyway, so I figured I'd go check everything out and show you what it looks like here in Fairbanks. Right? Having said that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.